I don't always share when I get a new watch. There's usually just more important things to talk about, more interesting things to talk about than the relatively boring watches that I buy. If you follow the channel, you know I have a rather boring taste in watches. But these 3 watches are all massively contrasting. They couldn't be from further corners of the watch world, and they can be summed up as love, lust, and curiosity. The first watch that I'll introduce you to, let's get the painful one out of the way, and the one that will upset a lot of people. I have the new Apple Watch Ultra. I will be doing proper videos on this thing because it's really quite an interesting watch. And Apple, from what I've experienced already with this watch, their packaging, the way that they've created this thing, they really could teach, or no, they probably will be teaching the watch industry a few things about doing watches. This is my curiosity watch. I bought it because I like tech. I used to work for Apple, so I'm a bit of an Apple nerd. And I just enjoy technology. It's the next generation. And it also tests the watch industry, the more established members of the watch industry. It tests them both on performance and value. I think that's quite interesting. I will be doing a full video on this watch. Let's get the relatively boring one out of the way. It's boring because it's from a brand that I like, that a lot of other people dislike. This is my root beer, the Rolex GMT Master 2 root beer with the black and brown bezel. This is my lust watch. This is a watch that I've loved for a very, very long time. It's starting to get a little bit of, it's getting a bit bashed up. I mean, it's gold, so it's very soft. But this is a watch that I've loved for a very long time. And it feels like a bit of a naughty watch for me because it's a two-tone Rolex. For me, this is a very expensive watch. And I bought it as a bit of an FU watch, but it doesn't really feel like an FU watch because you put it on and it feels really quite classy. The rose gold just kind of fades away into the background of your skin. It kind of just actually looks like the center links are just see-through and you're just seeing your skin. It just feels very classy on the wrist. The GMT function isn't going to be used. This isn't going to be used for sports purposes. This is just a fun watch to have. I can't explain what it is about the color combination between the dark steel, the rose gold, and the brown, but there's something about that cluster that I feel works beyond the typical obnoxious styling of a two-tone Rolex. This doesn't feel like a porn star Rolex. It's just sexy. I call this my lust watch because I know without doubt in 5 years' time I will still have my favorite watch in my collection, my Explorer, but will I have this in my collection in 5 years' time? I don't know. I'm not so confident. It is a bit of fun. It's so damn hot. It makes me smile when I look down at my wrist because it's really sexy. Now the next watch, the last watch, couldn't be more different than the other two. This is my grandfather's Omega Seamaster DeVille. He had two Seamasters. This is my dad thinks this is from the 60s. My granddad had two Seamasters. He had a steel case, and this was his dressy gold. I can't tell if this is capped gold, gold plated. There are hallmarks. I can't make out what the hallmarks are. I don't have anything that goes down to that magnification. But it's got a little bit of weight to it, but not a huge amount of weight, so it's probably not solid gold. But either way, it doesn't matter what the metal is. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is just stunning. I love the thin lugs. I love the dainty case. I love the 34mm case. I love the emblem on the back. I love the fact that the case has patinaed, yet around the crown where you'd wind it, the patina just isn't present because obviously your skin would be constantly rubbing the patina off. It needs a good service. The crown is very stiff to wind, and my dad says it probably loses about 4 minutes a day. But regardless, this thing is just stunning. So these three watches together, I think, make a great collection. You've kind of got your daily watch. The Apple Watch would be a daily watch. It's not cuffable. It's not something that would suit wearing to the office if you wear a suit to the office. But for someone like myself who just wears jumpers and hoodies, it's a perfect everyday watch. And I feel like if you have a smartwatch, that is how you kind of need to wear it. It needs to be something that you can incorporate into your life. Then the two-tone, the root bit, the two-tone GMT Master 2, this would be the fun weekend watch, or just a watch when you want a little bit of, I don't know, a bit of color on your wrist. This just fits that bill perfectly. And it also fits the whole mechanical thing. And then you've just got just pure class. There's something amazing about vintage watches. The vintage styling. It's simple. Absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. It's just 3 contrasting watches. I'm not sure if I'll do a video on the root beer. You kind of know everything about it already. But the Apple Watch, I think far more interesting. If you have any questions about these watches, or in particular the Apple Watch, because I guess that's going to be the main one I'll do a video on, then just drop a little question down there and I'll incorporate it into the video, the proper video that I'll do. This was just a little overview. I thought it was interesting, these 3 watches, mainly my relationship with them, because I see them as just different parts of the watch world. You get it. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you like the style of this video, then hit the subscribe button down there and that little bell icon so you get notifications when I drop a new video. If you want to check out the watch straps and watch accessories, jump over to barkandjack.com and check out the stuff that we have over there. If you want to check out the podcast that I'm part of, check out About Effing Time. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.